champions are on a collision course, each carrying a legacy of dominance and determination. Terence "Bud" Crawford is set to face the legendary Canelo Alvarez in the biggest fight of his life. Crawford's training camp has become a battlefield, demanding more than just physical strength. It's about mental toughness, focus, and forging the warrior's mindset. As the fight approaches, he's sharpening not just his body, but his entire soul for the battle ahead.
What will you have to do to be your best version in order to get this victory?
I think just be myself and just don't get careless in the ring, and stay sharp all 12 rounds if it goes 12 rounds. I think that's the only thing that, I need to do, and make sure that in training that I sharpen up all my tools.
Crawford's camp carries a calm intensity that speaks louder than words. Focused and fully present, he's serious. No smiles, no distractions. Standing across from him is the world-famous legend Canelo. This isn't just another fight, it's a chance for Crawford to cement his legacy. He's training like it matters, because it absolutely does. Pads and mitts are where Crawford sharpens his timing and speed, working through tactical drills designed by his coach. These live scenarios mimic Canelo's movements, each combination crafted with purpose. It's a lab where reflexes turn into weapons and instinct becomes strategy. Here, Crawford finds answers to every challenge Canelo could throw, delivering speed, precision, and punishment. In strength and conditioning, Crawford isn't just building muscle, he's building tenacity. Every explosive lift and resistant sprint targets his core, legs, and lungs, prepping him for the championship rounds. The focus is on functional power, strength that fuels ring dominance and punch output, not just size. His coaches push him past fatigue with endurance circuits designed to mirror fight tempo. When the battle goes deep, this conditioning will keep him dangerous and relentless. Crawford's camp is fully focused on one goal: outsmarting Canelo on fight night. They study every aspect of Canelo's style to craft a strategy that plays to Crawford's strengths. Beyond physical prep, they're building his mental toughness to keep him calm and confident under pressure. This fight is a milestone, and they want Crawford to be smart, relentless, and dominant as he fights to cement his legacy.
Canelo is, so, as a fighter, you mentally prepare for things like that, and then as a trainer, just making sure he's sharp. His mental game is sharp, his physical game is sharp. Strength-wise, nutrition is everything. Got to, like I said, hitting on all cylinders. So by the time you step in that ring, it's easy picking.
However, not everyone agrees that weight is Crawford's Achilles heel, especially Sean Porter, who was also part of the camp.
They have something called the incline in Colorado Springs. So just in case you don't know, Colorado Springs is about 6,000, a little bit more than 6,000 feet in the air. right? So it's above the altitude. I don't know where Vegas is. Vegas is around 1,000, I believe. So again, in case you don't know, you go up in the altitude, you multiply the blood cells. Then when you come down to what do they call this?
Sea level.
Sea level, or you come down to where normal people exist.
Right.
You're able to recover quicker. So it's things like that where people have alluded to him being a snack athlete and things like that. Like, you know, what could he possibly? No. He's just doing the right things, and he's always done the right thing. So
Porter witnessed a version of Crawford fully prepared for the demands of the weight class. He saw mental intensity, peak conditioning, and precise training, an athlete ready to face the challenge head on. Confidence comes from many factors, but seeing that dedication firsthand leaves a strong impression. Porter's endorsement adds extra intrigue to the matchup. If he's right, the weight difference may not be the decisive factor many expect. Training at extreme altitudes,
look at how thick the legs are, but also the muscle is still popping and things like that. It suggests to me that they're really strong, but then he's doing things like going up the incline. So you're already at 6,000 and some change. The incline is a mile up. So while you get to the top, you're at 11,000 feet in the air, 12,000 feet in the air. That's how he's able to pull off the kind of stuff that he's doing.
Isn't just about endurance. It's about mental toughness and sharpening every physical reaction. Porter highlights how Crawford is pushing his body to limits most opponents haven't experienced. This kind of conditioning is crucial in a championship fight, where every breath counts and every moment matters. Crawford isn't just building raw strength, he's building a reservoir of energy and willpower that could tip the scales when the fight gets toughest. Porter also shared his personal take on why this bout stands out from the rest.
For me, the biggest thing, which is something that Crawford said, was, you know, who else is there? There's nobody else at my level. And they're mirroring in that respect. Everybody wanted to see Canelo in the ring with
El Monstro.
with Benavidez, but respectfully, Benavidez does not have that
All-time standing.
Yeah, whereas Crawford does, and that's why we get this fight. Also, why I think we get a brilliant match.
Porter sees this fight as more than just a high-profile bout. It's a clash between two fighters with respected legacies. His perspective reinforces that this matchup is about showcasing greatness versus greatness, not just hype. The stakes are higher because both men bring reputations forged through years at the sport's elite level.
I'm going with Crawford.
Why is that?
I just feel like Crawford, he just has the grit, and like me personally meeting Crawford several times, it's like the man is just so competitive. It's like I don't even have to say nothing to him. He'll just like, man, when we sparring, it's like his competitiveness is always gonna put him over the edge, and then he just has that, like, I'm not gonna let you bully me, or, you know, his skill set.
Jones has observed that a fighter's innate competitive drive fuels the energy to navigate every exchange, an advantage that can't be taught, only built through years of facing the best. This mindset, paired with exceptional skill, can overcome physical limitations. Crawford's mental edge could be the deciding factor when it matters most. Omari Jones also explained why Canelo might be facing a very different kind of fight this time around.
Be a little bit different for Canelo this time around, because Crawford took the moving up in weight classes serious. He did the dieting, he did the training. So I feel like when you put in work like that, you know, it's a win-win.
Jones believes Crawford's disciplined move up in weight, focused on strict nutrition, tailored training, and thorough prep, could erase typical size disadvantages. Crawford isn't just accepting the challenge, he's attacking it head on. If it all clicks, Canelo could face a much tougher fight than anticipated.
You know, it looked like he put it on the right way. You know, the nutrition, the you know, like I said, the training. You know, Crawford, he trains hard, so I feel like, I know they say he probably went up to like 185, so he has to lose that weight. But I think if he did it the right way, which I know he did, he'll be successful in September.
Jones views Crawford's plan as smart nutrition and focused training that builds functional strength without losing speed or endurance. This could be the edge that turns competition into elite performance. If successful, Crawford can handle Canelo's power while maintaining his own strengths. Next, Chris Algieri explains why Crawford's size-speed balance is crucial for the fight.
Crawford was cutting weight. Crawford looked big at 47. I think that was his last fight at 47 for a good reason. He was not like just the smaller guy. Like they were pretty much the same size at that point, even though everyone always thought that Spence was a much bigger guy, and he always was. Crawford grew into a real welterweight, but he doesn't have time to grow into a real super middle, and I don't think he should, because I think he should maintain some of that speed rather than size. But I don't know. We'll see. Again, Crawford is something special, dude. I swear, he's like an alien. The way he's able to maneuver and make his body work for himself the way he has.
Algieri believes Crawford's welterweight strength shows he can add size without losing his key traits. However, moving up to super middleweight is a different challenge, requiring smart balance between power and speed. Algieri emphasizes that maintaining speed is more valuable than simply getting bigger. Against a fighter like Canelo, that speed could create crucial opportunities that swing the fight in Crawford's favor.
Kind of similar to what Canelo said last year. It's a lose-lose for him. I mean, with a win, it's like everyone's just gonna say, yeah, duh, you're supposed to beat him. But actually, context matters. How he wins is gonna matter. If he struggles to get by and wins the decision, I think it's gonna hurt Canelo. If he goes out there and he knocks him out, it's gonna be like, yeah, all right, cool. You knocked that guy 3 weight classes below you. You're supposed to.
Algieri stresses that public perception will heavily influence how the victory is viewed, no matter the outcome. A decision win could spark doubts about its legitimacy, while a knockout might be questioned due to the size difference. This means Crawford won't just have to win, he'll have to dominate convincingly. Every round and every moment on fight night will shape how this fight is remembered. Algieri then expanded on the historical significance of a potential Crawford win.
Crawford wins. I mean, forget it. We're talking. Now we're entering the all-time great status. We're talking about pound for pound, based on everything he's done so far, which has been a ridiculous amount of things. The undisputed in multiple weight classes. You know, all the weight classes that he's won titles. Just jumping over middleweight to grab the undisputed at 68. It's nuts. Even saying it out loud sounds crazy to me. But the guy might do it. That's the crazy thing about it.
He believes such an achievement would instantly elevate Crawford into boxing's all-time greats, becoming undisputed in 2 weight classes, while skipping an entire division to claim the 168-pound title is unprecedented in modern boxing. It would showcase a rare combination of skill, heart, and ambition that few fighters in history can match.
And if he loses, I don't really think it affects his legacy all that much. All the accomplishments that he already has, Crawford, those are not going to be forgotten. He's jumping up 2 weight classes, so I take it as a win-win, loss-loss situation for these guys. Win-win for Crawford and lose-lose for Canelo.
Moving up 2 weight classes, Crawford faces a tough challenge with little risk to his legacy. A loss won't tarnish his career, but a win would catapult him into rarefied greatness. For Canelo, a win meets expectations, but a loss could seriously damage his legacy. This fight is about more than belts or bragging rights. It's about defining their legacies. Crawford aims to become an undisputed 2-weight champ without question, while Canelo must win to silence doubt and prove he still reigns. Both fighters bring unique strengths, and the outcome may come down to who adapts faster under pressure. What do you think? Can Crawford's speed overcome Canelo's power? Will Canelo's experience at higher weight give him the edge? If Crawford wins, does he become an all-time great? And if Canelo loses, how will it impact his legacy? Share your thoughts below and subscribe for more fight breakdowns and predictions.